about these farm attacks and what's really happening out there. After much review and intel that I've picked up over the last year, um, one can one can put together a scenario of what's really happening out there. Initially, back last year in April, I indicated that there was a specific group run by the South African government that was committing these crimes. I'm almost 100% sure now that this is the case. Based on the fact of this land reform, and it hasn't been just in the last year, it's been going on for probably 9, 10 years. They were just waiting for Mandela to die and they could escalate the situation to a point of ridiculous. Um, since 1994, more than 70,000 people in South Africa, white people, have been killed. The document from 1993 indicating that they would boil the frog slowly in hot water to um, literally kill the white people in such a way that they would never know. They would steal their pension funds, destroy their schools, force them to pay taxes, take their land from them, demoralize them completely. This is the case. So let me go again. The land reform is basically communism. It's going to take every single person's rights away, including the blacks, Indians, coloreds. Every single person in South Africa will have no rights to land. They will just be renters. If you're not part of the game, they will just kick you off. Most of the talking about that, I'd like to apologize for the other video the other day. I was unprepared, and the document regarding the assassinations was in depth, as you could see when I posted them. Numerous names, situations, dates. I grabbed it and put it out there as fast as I could before they could knock it off. So I apologize. I'm professional. I know. So the narrative right now is that they're going to take the land, and the person that lives on the land will pay the bill. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And don't even believe that nonsense. Because listen, if you can't farm, you can't make money, and you can't pay your bill. And no bank in the whole world would even consider a prospect like that. The economy will collapse overnight. By the way, Zimbabwe is now in the middle of a coup d'etat because they did exactly the same thing. They took the land, they took everything, and in the end, now nobody has food. They don't have gasoline. They don't have anything. Bread is ridiculous. It's just a never-ending story. They did not learn then. They're trying to do it right now again, and it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's just not. And to all the blacks in South Africa that do not understand what's happening, just look at Zimbabwe. There are other moderate blacks right now indicating this exact same thing. They do not want this, and they want the ANC out. The ANC is lying. They're lying to you, and they are creating more problems than they were. They are going to take. They want to take the Reserve Bank now. The only money that's propping up the economy in South Africa. So it's just ridiculous. Your economy is going to collapse within 6 months of the land reform. I don't even give it that much. A civil war will break out. The UN will step in, and you'll have an interim government, and you will not control anything. I'm saying to all of you, vote the ANC out, vote the EFF out, and the BLF into history. Ridiculous. Do not vote for them. Doesn't matter what party you vote for. Do not vote for the ANC. You got a big problem. I will guarantee you the richest country in Africa. I will make sure that there's investments from all over the world that comes in, as long as there's a rule of law and things are done correctly. So let's go back to the farm matters. These have been escalated over the last 10 years really badly. And I'll tell you why. They knew Mandela was dying. It was part of the plan from 1993. Systematic attacks on the house. Now I'm going to call out something too. The farmers, if you see strange stuff tied to your fences, in your gardens, uh, funny looking grass made dolls or arrows or sticks hanging, even plastic tied to fences in a certain way at an angle, or strange grass laying where your driveways or on your roads towards your farms. Um, uh, Look in the trees, look on the grass, how the grass has been laid. These guys are setting you up, and they've been doing it for months. They go into your farm workers and they're asking your farm workers your schedules. They want to know where you go every day, how you go, which route you go, how many people are in the house, where the weapons are, where's the money, where's the cell phones, how can we get in, what's the weakest point. The weakest point is your domestic workers and you yourself. Security is time. Security is not a wall, it's not a fence, it is nothing. It is time. Time from when you know they're there to time to defend yourself. I suggest that all the way around your house, do not tell your domestic workers. Set up things underneath the grass around your house. You know what to do. Figure it out. Bed of nails, glass, anything that hinders them from getting towards your house. Spring loaded things that shoot up and nail them. Anything to stop them. Make sure that all your back windows are double locked, paned in. Make sure that you have things in your house that you can defend yourself. Keep a spare cell phone somewhere, because that's what they're going to take. Here's what they're doing. They take your cell phone. 90% of the time they come in to kill the farmer. There's a lot of opportunists out there. They will take certain things, but most of the time they come in to kill the farmer. They want to demoralize you. They want you to leave your farms. They want the farms. It's the same old thing as in Rhodesia or Zimbabwe. This is the same scenario, exactly the same people doing it. Ramaphosa's in with them, so is Zuma. Zuma has to go back to the parliament now because Zuma has so many criminal things on them. And there's so many things going right now that with the Guptas and Zuma, they can't have him out there because he's scared he's gonna blow the whistle on them. So he's back in there again. And don't worry, we've got filings on all of them. And don't forget USAC. We need your documentation before the 31st, the end of this month. We need everything you have as quick as possible because we're going to file another ICC claim on the ANC and bring the whole ANC to go to heel. One thing you must remember too: if you vote the ANC out, I guarantee you, we will arrest all of them, right down to the lowest mayor that had his hands in that VBS bank or SVB bank. Malema, you going to jail. So are you, Ramaphosa, and so are you, Andile Mamama, or whatever your name is. And by the way, you know what it means in another language? It means shit. Okay, or poo. I found that out today. That's hilarious. Anyway, so they're gonna take your vehicle. They're gonna dump the vehicle. 9 times out of 10, they dump the vehicle. These guys are professionals. They're using sound jamming equipment. That means that any radio call, any cell phone call is going to be null and void. It's not going to work. They're going to cut your telephone lines. These guys have planned this down to the finest detail. There's a lot of people involved. The people that scope the house out, the people that get to your domestic workers, the people that come and do the killings. These are professionals. They are doing it deliberately for the government. They're either soldiers or they probably soldiers. A lot of the weapons, when they do catch some of these guys, are coming directly from the police, just like they were in 1994 when you had the third force. These are the same people, same scenario, same agenda. The modus operandi is they pick a farm, they know which farm they want, they go to the domestic workers, they watch that farm, they watch the farmer, they watch everything. When you leave, when you wake up, when you milk the cows, when you go out to the fields, they know everything. They know when your children go to school. They know when your wife is alone. Why? Who's telling them? Your domestic workers. they also watching you from the hill. So if you see strange vehicles or strange cars or strange people, ask, who are these people? What are they doing here? Start alerting people. You're about to be tapped. If your phone lines go down, make sure you got a backup system in your house, some kind of solar system they don't know about, or have a battery backup inside the house. Find other ways to communicate as well. Now, sound jamming equipment is really simple. It's a radio wave, like thousands of radio waves. So it just bombards the air around your house that no signal can go out. It's literally blankets it. So if you've ever used radar before, on a radar you'll see a little blip. And what's happening? The radio signal goes out, comes back, and it tells you there's an object so far away and so in that direction. But with sound jamming, it literally throws thousands of radio waves into the air and kills everything. So no matter what you're sending out, it's getting scattered all over the place. It's not going to work. No matter what cell phone you use, you got to, and even a handheld radio, it'll just kill it. So there has to be another way. I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay. So keep a cell phone somewhere, and if you can't get weapons, get weapons. All right. Now, paintball guns. Everybody, I saw this guy get his butt beat to really hard with the EFF, and he started shooting at them. And the paintball gun is a good idea, but you can't shoot them with paintballs. And if you're gonna shoot, you need to move all the time. You can't be cornered. You can't be stuck in a place. Replace the paintballs with either ball bearings or marbles, the size of the paintball. Take the hose out, take the cartridges out the bottom of the paintball guns, and put a compressed tank into that. High compressed air. You now have a machine gun. Also, to make gunpowder, sulfur, saltpeter, and coal mixed together. It's an old-fashioned gunpowder. You can make a lot of banging with that stuff. It may scare them off. You can also make claymores that way too. If there's a lot of people, you can make a claymore. They did it in Rhodesia using Coke bottles. You know the 2-liter Coke bottle? Take the 2-liter Coke bottle, put that stuff in the bottom, fill it up with ball bearings or nails or glass or something. Listen, you're defending yourselves now. The game's up. The ANC government's a bunch of criminals. I call them out. We have filed with the DOJ, which is the Department of Justice of the United States, and we've given them over 56 pages of criminal activity by the ANC government and all the corruption that they are up to. We filed ICC. We've also filed ICC filings on with the International Criminal Court of The Hague for the EFF and the BLF. And we're when we finish data mining all the stuff on the ANC for discrimination and violating your civil rights and your human rights and as crimes against humanity, we will be filing with them too with the Criminal Court in The Hague as well. Now, I challenge, and I would like you all to do it as well, is to challenge the ANC for historical documents to prove that they are the rightful owners of that land from the 1600s on until the original Bantu came from the north. Challenge them. I will also let you into a secret. There's a lady in Washington who's a Khoisan lady who's going to start her own party. She wants all the colored people and all the Khoisan to explain to the black people, especially the youth, that should the ANC go away and be put in their place, they will build trade schools all over South Africa. That's their promise. So that the youth have something to do. We call on Lakota to tell the ANC youth the same thing, especially the Youth League. Don't go against the Zulus. You're going against your king. And if you know that they're going to kill the farms, understand something. You're killing yourself. The other day, the BLF threatened me on YouTube. They told me land or death. I told them peace. I give you peace or death. Don't threaten me. You can have a civil war. It's easy. I could have started a civil war a year ago. I know the results of the civil war. I've seen war. I've seen 4 wars in my life. It's horrible. It's like hell. All I can tell you is I offer you peace or death, and the death will be your own death by your own hand. You will starve yourself within 6 months. Until Ramaphosa and Malema and Andile, Dudu, whatever your name is, Mamumu, or whatever, I can tell you right now, within 6 months, these people will be coming to your house to eat you. They will eat you because they will be starving. The white people will have enough guns to fight you to at least that the international communities come and come in. I told you I'm bringing the world. We've already filed PWD filings against these people. We have shown all the corruption in England with the Absa Bank. We've given filings to the DOJ. Now, these farm murders, everybody, please, that is in those areas, make sure that you notice things, start to see things, ask your workers. Is somebody coming to you and telling you, if we die, you lose your jobs. There's no more food. Do not listen to these people. If you help me, I'll help you. Start talking to them. You've lived among them all your lives. Young ones, if you've got old people on these farms, they're going to be attacked. You need help. To the farmers out there, I suggest that you go to the squatter camps all over South Africa where the whites are stuck. They got nowhere to go, no skills, no nothing. Put them on your farms. Give them something to do. Get them not, they're idle now, they're losing faith. No, you can help. And you will have a system now of more people on your farms. It'll be less likely that you'll be attacked because you'll have more people to protect you. Keep your houses all close enough. Build walls around your houses, even if it's just a wooden fence with dogs. Get it done. You've got time. The ANC can't steal your land if you're still on it. That's what they're trying to do. If you notice, that's the policy that they're coming out with. If the land's vacant, we're going to take it. See? It's just a game. They can't do this. Stand up and fight. You're not weak. You're proud people, all of you. And I'm talking to all the white people, all of you. I'm talking to all the Indians, all the colored people, Khoisan people, all the minorities in South Africa. Stand as one. This ANC government is a bunch of criminals. I saw Zuma dancing here yesterday, I think. This is a criminal. He's a rapist. He's an absolute criminal. He is completely corrupt, and they're putting him back in your government. How can you even consider this? Malema, he was bought and paid for by some Swedish guy, Hurst, who put up the money for this. Why would this guy do this? He's a white guy, and this is Malema screaming, Andile, Mamumu, whatever your name is. Where did you come from? You're nobody. Nobody's gonna listen to you. International communities will shun you when you stand in there F-bombing and threatening to kill white people and white children and pets. What leader in the world would even shake his hand? You could never leave that country now. Nobody will allow you in. Nobody wants people like you. To the whites in South Africa, there's lots of us outside trying to help you. Don't discredit us. Don't be negative. Don't cry, when is it going to happen? Why isn't it happening right away? You should have started a long time ago. Don't expect us to do everything for you. You got to help us too. You have to be standing. You have to stand and be counted. We have a petition out there. I've had it out there for a year. I want 1 million signatures. I have 11 million. I have 11,000. 11,000. Come on, guys. If you really want help, that thing should have been a million signatures already. I could have done something already. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm screaming here. I'm literally screaming, trying to help you. It will land in a civil war if we don't stop this now. And to the people that are all in denial, oh, it won't happen, it won't, you're in big trouble then because you got your head up your ass in the sand. It's happening right now. Look at Zimbabwe right now. This is what you're heading for in the next year. If you do not do something now, all of you, everybody in every city, go tell everybody, stop looking the other way. On Friday night, don't go party and get drunk and think it's okay. It's not okay. What you don't realize is they're stealing your country. And just now you'll be a communist country and you'll be going, oh, we should have listened. Oh, he's just talking shit. That's what I get told all the time. We're not. We're telling you what is reality, what is really coming. If these 40,000 farms die, you will all suffer with no food. Gasoline will be gone. There will be sanctions on this country. You will be just a slave to all these people that are 90%, and this is coming from black people, from that are foreign blacks that are coming into South Africa. They are stating that 90% from the age of 25 are uneducated. So the ANC is using these people. What does that tell you? If you do not educate these people to understand what is going on, this will just keep repeating itself, and they will keep promising them free stuff, and they will keep voting for these people that are liars. Right now, you have to protect these farms. No matter what happens, you have to protect these farms, because that is every single person in South Africa's survival. I see an absolute humanitarian crisis of epic proportions if those farms go down. And the reason I say that is because it will snowball. Zimbabwe is gone right now. There's people coming to you. If they take the farms, they gone too. They will run north, and then the rest will run into Southwest Africa and Botswana and Swaziland and all these other places that are kind of staying together. These will just be destroyed too, and it will go north, all the way north, until it literally will get up into the Europeans who are funding these people. And you will have a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. You'll have a civil war down there that nobody will win. Both sides will suffer. Every family, every single entity in South Africa will suffer from a civil war. And then the UN will step in and act like they're heroes, and they're looking the other way right now because they don't want to get involved because of what? Racism. They think, oh, if we support the whites, it's racism. It's not. It's genocide. They did it in Bosnia. They did it with the Hutsis and the Tutsis. They don't want to look until it's too late. The UN, and the reason I say we need the petition for the UN is because it's their definition of genocide that we are proving is right. Now, everybody, those farms are the most important thing you got to think about right now. Anybody driving past the farms, if you see anything that looks untoward, anything out of place, warn the farmer. If you hear a whisper that there's something going to go wrong, somebody's trying to get information, tell the farmer, tell the police, tell somebody. Turn this around. You can't do this anymore. We have people outside here begging you all to do something. We can't do it for you. I get extremely irritated when somebody says, hurry up. Hurry up. You've had 24 years of this. You've been watching this go on and on and on. 24 years, and you want me to hurry up? You have to help yourselves. You might not like what I'm telling you now, but I'm your best friend. And you know what best friends do? They tell you the truth. And the truth is, get off your ass and start helping me and the rest of them. We getting the world involved. Where are you guys? Sign my damn petition so we can use it. And start helping yourselves, because you're going to need it. You're going to have to wake up now. You don't have time. If the ANC gets back in power, you will get a communist country, and your economy will collapse. They've already stolen everything. They steal your land. They're going to steal your food. That means every house, your fancy houses, all your fancy cars, it's gone. It's all gone. Look at Zimbabwe. It's a prime example. All those people right now are coming to you now. Why? Because you've got food. You've got money. You've got something they need, which they don't have right now. And our borders, or not our borders, your borders, are wide open for anybody to come through. Protect your farms. Put these squatters on the farms. Farmers, take the squatters. Let them help you. Put them around you. Put somebody on guard all the time. Have somebody awake all the time. If you have 20 people on there, you've got at least 20 people to guard your house. Each 2 people, 1 person can have schedules. These people are going to get fed. They're going to learn skills, how to farm. When this is all over, you can make them farmers, right? The kids that are there, homeschool them. Don't send them to school. Most of the kids today are illiterate. The co-sign lady said to me today, why don't we need to figure out what to do with the youth, because they're not educated, they're idle, they need skills, they need exactly 24 years, no schools, no hospitals, no clinics, no roads. They put the money in their pockets. The maintenance of all the lines, all the things that are supposed to have been done, never got done. They should have built 1,000 trade schools for plumbing, electrical, HVAC, mechanics, you name it, everything. And these kids, every one of these kids would have had a skill. What did they do? They put the money in their pockets. So, modus operandi. They check in your house. Let me recap here. They check in your house. They're watching you. They're asking your domestic servant, where's the safe? Where's the gun? Where's the money? Where's the threat? How's the easiest way to get into your house? They mark out. A lot of times the domestic is actually marking the inside of the house or marking the inside of the yard. You see something strange, figure it out. Put nails in your garden around your flower bed. So if they stand in there, they're going to get some surprises. Okay? Start looking at things like that. Get yourselves paintball guns. Set them up. Even if they're in the walls, that you can shoot through the walls with them. Figure something out, but don't be complacent. It's coming, and you need to be aware of it. Anyway, my last thought is, when you're driving around, look for the signs, unusual signs that are not supposed to be there. You got to do this, otherwise you're going to lose, okay? The signs will be on lampposts, fences, in your garden, strange cloths, tied up arrows, even a branch that's got a little fork in it or something. It's there. And while they lined up, because they're pointing to your house. Go talk to your domestics, all of you, round them all up. Tell me the truth. There's ladies that do lie detector tests. I'll guarantee you 90% of them already will tell you, yes, somebody, you'll know he's lying. Be prepared. Hide the cell phone. Give them a cell phone, a dummy one. Just give it to them. But keep the live cell phones. Have guns underneath the tables. Do not tell your domestic servants where they are. Under the couches, have a gun. Have something, a knife. Something you can reach. Strap them to the tables. Ladies, have a knife on you inside your leg all the time, no matter where you are. These are thoughts you got to think now. You're in a war. And until this is over, don't rest. This is no joke anymore. Okay? I'm out of here. Till the next time. It's the Hawk signing up.